You can see in the backstage area The Undertaker and Kane ready to do battle live here this evening in our main event. For the first time ever on No Limits Wrestling, Kane teams with The Undertaker to reunite the Brothers of Destruction. Tonight they will take on the team of Sting and Kevin Nash of the NWO Wolfpack. A huge blockbuster tag team matchup where Sting and The Undertaker are set to battle with their respective tag team partners. It's live, it's No Limits, it's No Limits Wrestling.
Now get the cards, the dice, to my generation, I'll take them. Let's get it on. We're in this together and do it all. Except nothing's forever. They refuse to see the change in me. Why won't they wake up?
Only 2 episodes to go, and things on the road to WrestleMania are really getting heated. This is No Limits Wrestling episode 18 live again, and what a night of action we have. A raucous crowd in attendance to witness the second to last episode before the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. Tonight, 2 of the biggest main events in No Limits Wrestling history. The first of which sees the Royal Rumble winner, Triple H, take on the Viper, Randy Orton. Former Evolution members set to collide. Here this evening, the Game versus the Viper, Orton versus Triple H. And that is not all, because we've also got a major tag team match here tonight. Taker and Sting have each recruited a friend from the past, a tag partner from the past, and tonight, Undertaker teams with Kane, Sting teams with Nash, the Brothers of Destruction take on the NWO Wolfpack, live on No Limits Wrestling. Only 2 episodes to go and 2 huge main events scheduled for live here tonight on No Limits Wrestling. And speaking of huge main events, here comes the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Last week on NLW programming, Kurt Angle sent a message to John Cena by breaking the ankle of Carlito. Attempting to break the ankle of Carlito. We haven't had an update on it yet, but we will give you one as soon as we hear. Nevertheless, Kurt Angle sending a major message last week, and live tonight, he has opened and issued an open challenge to John Cena. Very unique situation here tonight to kick off NLW. Basically, Kurt Angle has challenged John Cena to an Olympic style wrestling match. Mat wrestling, and he's challenged Cena here tonight to see if he can hang with the Olympic gold medalist. Fact of the matter is, John Cena is here, and he has shown up, and he's ready to grapple. Not a traditional wrestling match, but these 2 that you see right there will go one-on-one at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania it will be John Cena versus Kurt Angle. And live here tonight, they go one-on-one in a grappling matchup. An Olympic matchup, if you will. Same rules apply, except it's much more wrestling based. No punches will be pulled. No kicks will be made. It's all about grappling. That is what Angle's conditions were. He wanted to see if Cena truly was the wrestler that he says he was, and these fans say that perhaps he cannot wrestle. Well, he has a chance to prove himself that he can here tonight. And here we go, they lock up, and it's the first man to be pinned to the mat will lose. 1, 2, 3, and they're grappling now, MMA style right now to kick off NLW. Kurt Angle, now he's got a hold of the arm, and look at this, using the leverage, and Kurt Angle obviously much more experienced than John Cena in this term of wrestling, and you see here Kurt Angle trying to get the upper hand on Cena, and look at this, almost threw him to the floor like a rag doll, but has the headlock applied once again. And now Cena with the headlocker. Is it Angle trying to take down Cena? Very unique style, but oh, look at this again. Look at him in high intensity right in the face of Cena. Of course, this is going to be completely contrasted at WrestleMania when these two face off in a No Limits Wrestling matchup. This is an Olympic style matchup right here. The first man to be pinned 1, 2, 3 to the mat will lose. And you see Cena with a takedown now. First takedown of the matchup. And now Cena, has he got him away? Oh, now it's Angle with the cover. And now look at Cena grabbing the arm. Cena grabbing the arm. And he's going to try and grapple Angle until he can grapple no more, but a roll up by Angle, but that was not it. Cena, wait a minute, what the hell's this? Cena's got brass knucks, and what's he going to do with those? Oh my god! Right off of the skull of Angle, and what the hell is this? Cena, Jesus, beating the hell out of Angle, right to the skull. And what the hell was that son of a bitch doing? I'm sorry about my language, but for God's sake, Cena getting the brass knucks out. This wasn't a, oh my lord. Look at the blood flowing from the head of Angle. John Cena beating the living crap out of Angle with those brass knucks. And what in the hell was that about? Well, it was a shoot MMA style matchup, but Cena just took it to the next level. He wasn't looking to grapple Angle here tonight. He wasn't looking to prove a point in that respect. What he was doing was trying to beat Angle up, trying to send a message. No, Cena's not the greatest wrestler in the world, but to hell with that. He can brawl with the best of them. And you see the blood flowing from the head of Kurt Angle as John Cena stands with those brass knucks at the top of the stage. Obviously Kurt Angle wins that by DQ, but fact of the matter is that Kurt Angle did not come here to expect that. But nevertheless, John Cena, after being humiliated, has proved a point. He's not scared of Kurt Angle, and he has just busted open the Olympic gold medalist. There is only one more episode following this one until the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, there will be a Money in the Bank ladder match. And coming up next, a match which features 2 of the 6 participants that will compete in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. The first of which is the brash, young, arrogant man from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Kennedy. This past week on Metal, Kennedy didn't have the greatest of nights when Kane defeated him in the middle of the ring. He will be hoping to bounce back here tonight because one loss is enough. You don't want to get another one because that will seriously stunt his momentum on the road to WrestleMania. But can he defeat this guy who has been called a dark horse? Can he do it at WrestleMania where it counts? AJ Styles returned from injury after the Royal Rumble, and since being back he defeated Chris Jericho to qualify, and then last week, along with the 4 others that were in the middle of the ring, the 5 of the 6 Money in the Bank participants were in the ring last week, talking about their chances, and from out of the blue, CM Punk will make his debut, leaving the 5 stunned. We know the 6 who will compete at Money in the Bank. It will be those 2 you see there, Mr. Kennedy, AJ Styles, plus Sin Cara, CM Punk, Kane and The Miz, as these 2 get underway here, renewing a rivalry from last summer where they competed over the Hardcore Championship. You may remember that classic I Quit match between these 2 at Uprising, in which AJ was victorious. However, that was many months ago, and right now they focus on Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. As you see there, Kennedy going to work on that arm, but this is going to be chain wrestling right now. AJ has a leg lock locked on Mr. Kennedy, but Kennedy now, very crafty competitor is Kennedy, as he's got the headlock applied on AJ, but for how long? Here's a roll up, and he could have been called out right then. AJ is so fast, unlike any other competitor here in No Limits Wrestling. He's lying up against the ropes and clotheslines Mr. Kennedy to the hard concrete outside. Don't count out Kennedy whatsoever. I mean, he may have lost to Kane this past Wednesday on Metal, although I spoke to him recently and he said it was only a fluke, and he would do better here tonight, but it doesn't look like he's doing that at the moment. AJ with the cross body from the ropes, and then pins Kennedy. Now is he going to go for some sort of maneuver here, but Kennedy pushes him away, and this is where Kennedy can slow the pace down to his liking with the back suplex. That is what Kennedy's got to do. That's what his strategy has to be, is to keep that momentum of AJ halted. Don't look like he's doing it right now, and you see there, what a drop kick by AJ. Styles, a former Hardcore champion, as is his opponent here tonight, Mr. Kennedy. Both men will want to be World Heavyweight Champion, and Money in the Bank is the perfect opportunity to do so. 6 guys will compete in the ladder match, but they see the rake to the eye by Kennedy. But AJ now, Hurricane Rana into the corner turnbuckle, and now AJ looks to pounce, but oh, you see that. That hurt my neck just looking at that. AJ hung up in the ropes trying to attack Kennedy, but to no avail. Following the net breaker, he's now got a hold of that neck, and it looks as if Kennedy's going to target this, is he? But AJ luckily manages to get out of that predicament quite fast. Holds on, again with the legs around the throat, but goes over him, and look at this, the Hurricane Rana, and what a Hurricane Rana by Styles. My God. Talk about quick and pacey. That is exactly what AJ's being right now. A crush into the corner and sends Kennedy down onto the mat. His offense is unlike any other competitor, and that is why the fans have taken to him so much. He's on the top rope now, and Styles with a 450 shooting star press. Here is the cover, but Kennedy just about manages to kick out. High flying offense, doing the deed right now. And he looks to put him away right here. We take a look back at the replay. The elevation there from the shooting star press. But AJ now has Kennedy right where he wants him. Is he going to go for the Styles Clash? But Kennedy reverses his on the shoulders, and I think we know what's going on now. The Kenton Bomb. The Kenton Bomb from Kennedy. Is this all? But Kane, well, you see there, Styles kicks out. Kane owns the victory over Kennedy, and he's looking to rectify that here tonight. He's on his way to doing so. Is he going to go for the mic check? But Styles climbs to the top rope very quickly. Going to go for another high-flying move perhaps, but Kennedy stops him in his tracks and follows him. Now, I don't like the look of this right now. They're perched on the top rope, and only bad things can happen with the suplex. Here is the cover from the superplex, but kicks out, and now AJ with a cover, and another kick out again. It is very back and forth here tonight on No Limits Wrestling. 2 men who will compete at Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, and it looks as if Styles is going to put him away with the Styles Clash. But Kennedy gets him up, and you see here, out of nowhere, the mic check. The mic check, and that is all she wrote. Mr. Kennedy puts away AJ Styles, and that was crucial. Very crucial to Kennedy's momentum, and he's done it. Mr. Kennedy has decisively beaten, cleanly and fairly, he has defeated AJ Styles. Some might call it an upset. Kennedy will call it obvious. We take a look back at the replays of this one. Tried to go for the Styles Clash early on there, but the Kenton Bomb couldn't do it. The suplex couldn't do it. And then, when you thought that Styles was going to put it away, Kennedy, from out of nowhere with the mic check, and puts away AJ Styles. So Mr. Kennedy has rectified that mistake this past Wednesday on Metal. The defeat to Kane, out of his mind now. All he's thinking about is his victory against AJ Styles. AJ cannot believe he's just been beaten, but that's how it goes. Mr. Kennedy stands on the stage victorious and cements his legacy heading in to Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. Well, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, one of the two main events here this evening on the road to WrestleMania. The number one contender for the world title, Triple H, goes up against the Viper, Randy Orton. That is our main event, and it is happening next week. One of the two main events here tonight, The Game versus Orton, live next week.